Hi, Jeff here. Today I would like to talk about the importance of community practices in Indigenous culture, along with the positive impacts that can be observed on inclusive pedagogies when the virtues of these practices are implemented. In order to illustrate the values of Indigenous community, I will show you a piece by Stephen Oliver, an Aboriginal poet whose name you should recognise from the first few weeks of this course. The main focus of his poetry is political awareness and reform for Indigenous peoples. In Chapter 2 of the course text, Harrison and Selwood discuss the expectation of Indigenous peoples learning Western culture and joining society under the assimilation policy. Had the idea of community not been so vastly different between Indigenous cultures and encroaching Western ideals, the concept of assimilation may have taken root. However, for an Indigenous man or woman joining a white community under the expectation that they were to practice the dominant cultural expectations, there would have been no motivation to do so. From their point of view, our concept of society would have appeared severely lacking in family support and cultural inclusivity, and therefore impossible to integrate their own values into. Clark and Denton have developed a concept known as the SPICE model, the aim of which is to build cultural inclusivity into education systems by integrating Indigenous community into the learning process. The idea links cultural reproduction and community well-being, fulfilling traditional discourses of Indigenous cultural ideals, where everyone is seen as family. Its focus is on developing local solutions that eliminate prejudice and deficit thinking, highlighting the need for pedagogical reflection to be contextual. The end goal of which is to instigate engagement and drive participation from Indigenous learners by building meaningful relationships. In interviews conducted by McLennan in collaboration with community elders, it was found that results indicated that family support in particular is inextricably linked to well-being and one's strength in recovering from hardship. Cutting off community support from the lives of Indigenous learners has significant impacts on their ability to engage. All humans follow a pattern of ebbing and flowing of energy and motivation. Support and a feeling of belonging from common cultural values is vital in sustaining these influencing factors as students progress through education and life. Stephen Oliver shares the emotion of this journey from an Indigenous perspective and takes us deeper into what it means to be valued within and supported by an Indigenous community.
My daughters and my sons, I am sometimes sad for you. I see the hate that's in this world and I feel what you will go through. For there are those within this country who do judge you for your skin. My sons, they call you lazy. My daughters, they call gins. They judge you in an instant from an image on their screens, too ignorant to realize you're really kings and queens. They tell cruel jokes about you that label you as thieves. But only fools speak foolish words, pay no heed to false beliefs. And you'll find that you're a focus for things political. And you'll fight to find your way sometimes and wonder if you ever will. And it's things like these, my children, that will weigh up on your heart. And you'll want to put an end to it, but don't know where to start. And I wish that I could guide you. But I do to lose my way. Dense is the fog of misled fear that leads respect astray. The only thing I have for you, the only thing of note, apart from a love that will always be, is but a strand of hope. But do not doubt its value, for when the time arrives, you'll find that there are others who had kept the hope alive. And the journey will be long, and you will come to see it's true. You'll fight for your own children, as your elders fought for you. But keep the faith, my babies. Do not let it wear you down. The world can be a better place, as long as hope's around.
Stephen describes a world for his children where they can rely on the support of their community when their will to fight is low, and to never lose hope altogether that tomorrow will be better than today. Community is the most powerful tool in an arsenal resisting hateful stereotyping and social practices that proliferate the exclusion of minorities. Imagine for a moment that we commit to creating a system of education that is inclusive of all communities. How would that look? Are there downsides? I doubt it. So the question remains, how will you decide to build it? And one day, when your work as a teacher is finished, how will you leave it?
And know you're free.